Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down my lineup for Friday, February 3rd. We've got a 9-game slate on for Friday, so let's hop right into it. Alright, starting off at point guard, I'm going to go mid-range and take D'Angelo Russell. Russell has really been picking it up lately. In his last 2 games, he scored over 40 fantasy points and played over 30 minutes. He gets a terrific matchup against the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas is one of the worst defenders in the league, and Russell is definitely underpriced for this matchup. His price has decreased lately, but his production has not. He's really been picking it up lately, like I said, and he's way too cheap in my opinion. This is a terrific matchup against Boston. Definitely like Russell to get you over 30 fantasy points in this matchup. Think he's way too cheap. Should easily be able to exceed value. Alright, shooting guard, I'm going to take some value and go with the guy who's way too underpriced in my opinion and go with Seth Curry. Darren Williams is doubtful to play in this game, so Curry looks like he's going to draw another start and play heavy minutes. With Williams and JJ Barea out of the lineup, Curry's played over 30 minutes in every single game. He's put up 33, 17, 45, 29, and 41 fantasy points in his last 5 games. He's way too underpriced at just $16 on Yahoo. He gets a terrific matchup against Portland. Portland's not great defensively, and they play up in pace. I think Curry's a great value play on Yahoo. He's way too cheap. Should definitely be able to exceed value in this matchup. He plays heavy minutes and he chucks, so he should easily be able to exceed value. So definitely like Curry for a value play on Yahoo's way too cheap. Should easily be able to get you 25 to 30 fantasy points in this up and pace matchup. Alright, in my guard position, I'm going to take a guy who's been really killing it lately and go with Ricky Rubio. Rubio gets a solid matchup against Detroit. Reggie Jackson is not a great defender, so this is definitely a solid matchup for Rubio. And Rubio's been very consistent lately. In his last 5 games, he's put up 35, 29, 26, 49, and 34 fantasy points. And he's played over 30 minutes in 4 of those 5 games. Rubio is way underpriced based on his recent production. I definitely think he can get you over 30 fantasy points in this matchup and should easily be able to exceed value with that price tag. So definitely like Rubio in this matchup. Think he's way too cheap. Should easily be able to exceed value. Alright, a small forward, I'm looking to pay up and take Jimmy Butler. Butler gets a terrific matchup against the Rockets. The Rockets play at one of the fastest paces in the league, and they're not great defensively. Butler's picked it up lately in his last 2 games, scoring 53 and 45 fantasy points. He's underpriced in my opinion at only $44. I definitely think he can get you over 40 fantasy points in this up and pace matchup. Chicago relies on him to score the ball, so he definitely should be able to exceed value with that price tag. Definitely like Butler tonight. Think he's a top stud on this slate. Should easily be able to get you 40 to 50 fantasy points. Alright, in my power forward position, I'm going to take a guy who's been very consistent lately and go with Harrison Barnes. Barnes has just been very consistent ever since he got traded to Dallas. He's Dallas's #1 option when it comes to scoring. He shoots about 20 times every game. Barnes is underpriced in my opinion at only $28 based on his recent production. In his last 5 games, he's put up 32, 39, 26, 40, and 28 fantasy points. Barnes is one of the best cash game options in my opinion just because he shoots a lot and he has a solid floor. He never seems to bust. He always gets the job done. So definitely like Barnes for cash games. He has the upside for tournaments, so I like him in both formats. But this is a terrific matchup against Portland, like I said, with Seth Curry. They play up in pace, so Dallas will definitely have more possessions, have more chances to score the ball, which works out well for Harrison Barnes. So definitely like Barnes. Think he's way too cheap. Should easily be able to get you 30 fantasy points in this up and pace matchup. Alright, my forward position, I'm going to take Ryan Anderson. Anderson gets a pretty solid matchup against the Bulls. Taj Gibson is a solid defender when it comes to defending in the post, but that's not where Anderson does his work. Anderson's a shooter. He scores from outside the perimeter, so definitely like Anderson in this matchup. They're not going to have somebody that can guard him outside the perimeter. He's actually picked it up lately too. In his last 2 games, he scored 39 and 46 fantasy points. I think he's way too cheap at only $17. He gets a solid matchup. I definitely think he should be able to exceed value with that cheap price tag. So definitely like Anderson in this matchup. Should be able to get you 25 fantasy points easily. Alright, in my center position, I'm going to take Al Horford. Horford gets a terrific matchup at home against the Lakers. The Lakers are one of the worst defenses in the league, and they play at a very fast pace. Horford's been very consistent all year. In his last 5 games, he scored 35, 32, 47, 30, and 25 fantasy points, and he's played over 30 minutes in all those games. Horford's way underpriced in my opinion at just $25. He definitely should be able to exceed value with that price tag and in this terrific matchup. So definitely like Horford. Think he's way too cheap. Should easily be able to get you 30 fantasy points in this terrific matchup against the Lakers. Finally, at my utility spot, I'm going to take a guy who's been crushing it lately and go with Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic is very underpriced on Yahoo at only $24. This guy always seems to exceed value. He's been very consistent all year. In his last 5 games, he scored 33, 26, 54, 33, and 41 fantasy points. And he's played over 30 minutes in 4 of those 5 games. Vucevic is a great play in cash games and tournaments. He has a solid floor. He'll never seem to bust, so he's great for cash games. And as you can see in his box score, he's put up 54 and 41 fantasy points, so he has the upside for tournaments. And this is a solid matchup against Toronto. Joe Val is a pretty solid defender, but Vucevic should easily be able to exceed value at that cheap price tag. He's also managed to get a double-double in 3 straight games. I definitely think he should be able to continue that streak against the Raptors. So definitely like Vucevic on Yahoo. Think he's way too cheap at just $24. Should easily be able to exceed value with that price tag. Alright guys, so this is going to be my lineup for Friday, February 3rd. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like and subscribe. If you never want to miss out on a video, please be sure to click the bell icon next to my YouTube name. That'll send you a notification every time I upload a new video, so be sure to do that if you never want to miss out on the lineup. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
The Big Apple took a bite out of me. Look what I turned out to be. I wonder if my mama really means it when she says that she's proud of me. Or is she tripping, is she lying, is she on all my lies? Mean that shit ain't rocket science. I've been coming home at 4 and my eyes been red as sign.